Teagasc is the Irish national state agency that has responsibility for the development of Irish agriculture. It's a large organisation of about 1,500 people whose role is to do research and knowledge transfer to the Irish farmers. The research we do are on all aspects of the production system here in Ireland. We disseminate all of this information that we generate through to Irish farmers through a national advisory service. We have approximately 200 extension officers or advisors who work directly with farmers, mostly through discussion groups. But we also hold some significant national events for all farmers to come and see the research. We have quite a strong engagement with farmers. Over 80% of Irish dairy farmers would be clients of Teagasc and would work very closely with Teagasc through discussion groups. The breeding goal in Ireland, the EBI, or the Economic Breeding Index, is a multi-trait balanced breeding index which has significant weighting, about 40% on milk production, which is on kilograms of fat and kilograms of protein, and the rest of the index is based on management traits such as fertility, survivability, resistance to diseases such as lameness and mastitis. So we are fortunate in Ireland that we are an island and we operate an all-island animal health protocol which can, I suppose, minimise the disease coming into the country, but it also allows us to eradicate diseases within the country. We have had an eradication programme in Ireland for TB and brucellosis, which have been quite successful. We've also are just nearing completion of a BVD eradication programme. We are fortunate as a country that we don't have a lot of Johne's disease here in Ireland because of our systems of production and our systems of calf rearing. However, we have now recently developed a control programme for Johne's disease on Irish dairy farms.
Ireland has an ideal climate in terms of producing grass, and our farmers are among the best in the world at producing grass. However, there is still a need for a mixer wagon on progressive Irish dairy farmers today. The mixer wagon comes into use during perhaps the shoulders of the grazing season, when the quantity or quality of grass is not sufficient. In addition, we also unfortunately have a winter when animals are housed indoors, and during that time the farmer will be using and dependent on his mixer wagon in order to feed those animals. The business was founded by Richard Kenan Sr. in 1978. In 1983 the first easy feeder was developed by Mr. Kenan. Kenan introduced the nutrition concept to the product offering in 1990. That was really about bringing nutrition expertise and allowing customers and future customers to understand the possibilities of TMR feeding all the more and to bring the benefits onto their farm. Kenan is fully manufactured here at the plant here in Borris. We'd have about 100 people involved in direct manufacturing and support. Raw steel will come in, it'll be fabricated, and cut, bent, rolled, whatever needs to be done. Kenan have produced in excess of 30,000 mixer wagons here from the plant in Borris, County Carlow, and those have been exported to in excess of 70 countries worldwide. Our single biggest markets today would be the UK or France.
ICBF was established as a not-for-profit industry good organisation to increase genetic gain in the national herd. It was also set up to remove any duplication in record keeping, both at farmer and industry level. This has resulted in one of the most integrated animal databases in the world, and has also emerged Ireland as one of the global leaders in animal genetics. So the EBI stands for the Economic Breeding Index. It's the index that we have here in Ireland for dairy animals. It's made up of 7 sub-indices, which are milk production, fertility, calving, beef, maintenance, management and health. So those sub-indexes go into making up the overall profit index. The Gene Ireland programme involves screening over 250,000 male calves every year. Those calves are then shortlisted by the AI companies, and they then go on and test up to 6,000 of those top EBI bulls each year. From that, they then select maybe the top 100 bulls which go into the progeny test program. And from that, maybe 20 bulls would then become proven bulls in 2 to 3 years. So the industry ends up with about 20 bulls out of the 250,000 bulls that were screened for stay. So since the introduction of DBI in 2002, the genetic gain that we've been making has been on average €10 per cow. A lot of that was coming from the milk in the past, but now it's also coming from fertility, which is increasing steadily year on year.
The Irish Holstein Friesian Association is the body approved and licensed by the Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine to register the Holstein Friesian cattle in Ireland. Overall, we have 386,000 pedigree cows registered in the country, and that would amount to about 25% of the national herd. The role of the herd book is, of course, to carry out the promotion of the breed here in Ireland and to improve the genetics overall. So when we look at the breed, we are conscious of a balanced approach to breeding, and especially longevity in our herd, because cows that last longer means you have less replacements required, and that means you have more animals for sale and overall less costs in the system. And on the female side of the pedigree animals, we do a spot check on 1 in 300 females for parentage, and all the males are genomically tested. Society offers a service of linear scoring and classification, and the emphasis in that system, and the system is weighted towards long life cows that will last in the system. And of course, tied into that is cows with excellent fertility. So we put emphasis on the strength of the cow, the rump structure of the cow, and the feet and legs, because they are all interconnected in terms of longevity and fertility. The big emphasis in that is other structure and legs and feet. The scoring of those two traits make up 80% of the animal's overall score. The next more important point then is front end strength in the animal. There's huge emphasis on that at the present time. We welcome inquiries from breeders either at home or abroad, and we will facilitate them in sourcing cattle for them as best we can.